I was able to recreate an entire Vox-style animation fully automated that you can implement in only 3 minutes by using Claude Code, Omni, and Nano Banana.
This Sunday in New Jersey, the biggest World Cup in history ends exactly the way the football gods wanted. 48 teams, 3 countries, 1 month. And it all comes down to the 2 best teams on the planet, Argentina and Spain. The #1 ranked team in the world against the #2. At the center of it, a 39-year-old playing his final World Cup against an 18-year-old he once held as a baby. Lionel Messi wasn't supposed to still be here, yet here he is, leading the entire tournament with 8 goals, dragging Argentina back to the final to defend the crown they won in Qatar. No country has repeated as champions since Brazil in 1962. Standing in his way, Spain, the tournament favorites, and Lamine Yamal, 18 years old and already called Messi's heir. The favorites aren't in sky blue, they're in red. But here's the part that gives you chills. Back in 2007, a Barcelona charity shoot photographed a baby in a bathtub, held by a young Lionel Messi. That baby was Lamine Yamal. 18 years later, they meet in a World Cup final. The torch and the kid it's being passed to on the same field. Sunday, MetLife Stadium. One match to crown the best team on earth, and maybe close the greatest career the game has ever seen.
So this is the system that has created all of this. I put it into my Claude Code, and basically I just came up with the world, as you can see here at the top, World Cup, and it came up with the idea, the handover, where tomorrow actually Argentina and Spain are going to be playing. So it has the new updates, and we can see here already the scripts, and if we approve, then it will start creating those images, then creates those Vox style effects. So first, I want to talk about why Vox style. So I'm not sure if you know this, I didn't personally. There was a channel that has been there for quite a while, and they have been posting almost weekly to every day, and they have their own business, and that's where the name comes from, Voxed, where they make around 80 to 70 to a million views for a video. What is really nice about this is that you don't need to be in front of the camera. You can have it fully automated, and it schedules itself by posting weekly long format, and then short format, it posts it daily. I want to mention that this was literally not impossible a few months ago from today. So there is really no competition when it comes to this. Well, as I was mentioning, you could have basically 2 lanes. You could either work on shorts and get more following through your TikTok or Instagram Reel. Then you can post once per week on your long format YouTube videos. So basically, shorts are only going to bring you more traffic to your long format. I don't think I have to explain it. You have the either ad revenue, the sponsorships, or products at the same time. I'm pretty sure you've heard a lot about people saying passive income. I genuinely believe this could be potentially a passive income stream by just having it fully automated properly. Let's talk a little bit about pricing. So each short and long format will cost, because if you want to be posting once a day, it'll cost $30 a month. But then if you want to do long format, it will be $40. But in here, this is not run locally. So if you have a tight budget, you can run all of this locally, which would literally cost you just the Claude subscription, 11 labs. Going more in depth into the pricing, we can see here 11 labs, it's completely free. But if you pass 10 minutes, then you would have a subscription of like $6 a month. Nano Banana is $4 per image. And again, you could have this locally. Gemini Omni, which per second costs 10 cents. And obviously your Claude Code subscription. All right, so now let's try to install Claude Code. You have 2 options. You either install it as an app or you connect it directly to your terminal. Here, I'm going to install it into our terminal. The simplest way to actually install it is just you go on Google and you type Claude Code install command for Mac. And obviously, if you're in Windows, you just remove Mac and you put Windows. Then you copy what Google gave you and you open terminal. Let's open terminal here. You only have to paste the command there because I already have my Claude code in here. I don't have to do this. You paste it, you press enter, and then you type Claude, and it will redirect you to your Google tab or Safari, whatever you have open. Then it will tell you to log in into your Claude. So it uses that account that has a subscription on. Okay, so now that we have Claude Code installed, what we simply have to do is create a new folder where we're going to be putting all the information, the knowledge base and the skills into that folder. So we just double click and create new folder, and let's just rename it and call it Vox-style YouTube video. So now what we're going to be doing is simply just opening the folder, and we're going to be dragging from the Google Drive all the information, the skills. So here are all of our skills that we need. We need obviously the image prompt. So this is really for the reference. Whenever the AI basically needs to generate images, it will go based out of this. Also, if you don't really like the style, what you can simply just do is go and take that style and change it. This is more of a cyberpunk style. But you can see here it has basically the palettes that it needs to respect, the colors, what type of font it needs to be using. So it respects the guardrails. All right, once it's installed, we're just going to grab the zip and add it all the way and drop it here. All right, let's remove this one, the trash. And then we're going to close this tab and open back the folder, but we're going to click on new terminal, add a folder. And we're going to just simply type in Claude. So this is our Claude terminal. So we're going to go back here on the Google Drive, go in the system, and simply this is the prompt that you need to be pasting in the first thing once you put all the information. All right, okay. So this is great explaining how this works. So everything grows from one style sheets, as I showed you the cyberpunk one. Basically, that's the reference that it goes to, and you can see it's respecting those color fonts and it's respecting the graphics. So the way it works, it has 7 stages. The first one is like the research. You give it an idea and it goes to see the most recent up-to-date news. Then it will create a script for the 11 labs, create also the voice. Then it will shot a map basically of how the video should look like, each image connected with the 11 labs. So it goes appropriate. And number 6, it goes on the motion. It starts making and generating those images into videos, and then it cuts it for us and adds the music on top of it. Going back to our Claude code, we're just going to click on yes and don't ask again. All right, so while it's doing its work and going on the references, what we have to do simply is go to, and basically on Kai, you have to create an account. Once it's created, just go on API keys and you create a new API key right here and you name it whatever, YouTube, and click on create. You copy it. You don't have to put it in the folder. You can simply just put it back into the conversation. I would say let's gather them both at the same time. So we go also on 11 labs. We scroll all the way down, bottom left, developers. We click on API keys and we create a API key. And then a restrict key, I'll just remove it, disable it, and then create key. That's it. So basically you copy this and you paste that also. But here, going back to our Claude code, it says the shape and format that we want. So let's say we wanted to use landscape. It's more for YouTube videos. For the music, what I recommend is simply just going on YouTube and do copyright songs, intense music. I'll add my own default. And this is the part that is really interesting. So either if you're in the tight budget, you approve before it starts generating. And here you can also do fully autonomous, where it doesn't check. So for us, for now, we're just going to say approve before page generation. And once you think you have the right fonts, colors, and design that you like, you can put it fully autonomous. You just type it in and submit answers. For 11 labs, it already has my API keys.
and Kite AI also has my API keys. Okay, so now the skills have definitely been implemented into our folder, and Claude Code installed them perfectly. The only thing that you have to do now is just to try it and let it rip. That'll be it for the video. If you like this video, leave a like, make comments, and if you really like the video, leave a follow. If you want the skills and the prompts, it's down in the description down below. It's completely free, and I'll see you on the next one.